Hey everyone, if you're new around here, my name is Hannah Martin and today I'm going to be doing a warm-up tutorial. So these are kind of the typical exercises I would do before a ballet class, something to get those muscles to engage and ready for whatever you want to do. This is just what I like to do to get my body prepared for a day's work. This is kind of a more thorough warm-up. Make sure if you haven't already to subscribe because I would really appreciate it, and give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy it. I cannot be responsible if anyone gets hurt during this tutorial because I can't see you, so please be careful. We're going to be doing a mix of strength exercises and stretches. For this tutorial you will need a ball. It could be a tennis ball. I would suggest quite a hard small exercise ball like this one, and then a thermoband. I personally like to go for a slightly stronger thermoband to really strengthen my feet. Without further ado, let's get to it.
First we're going to start with the exercise ball. You're going to push your big toe into the ball as hard as you can, really working those underneath muscles of the arch. We're now going to move on to the second toe, each time pushing as hard as you can into the ball for 10 seconds. And now onto the third toe. Really work those arches. And the fourth toe. Last toe. Really actively think about pushing them into the ball. We're now going to massage across the intrinsics with our toes spread. Really use your hands while doing this, get the pressure into the ball. We repeat the same with stretched toes. Make sure they're not scrunched, but they're nice, long, pointed toes. We now repeat the same forward and back with long, wide toes flexed upwards. And repeat with long, stretched toes. Now we're going to roll the ball right around the foot, getting into any knots that you may have. And with stretched toes. Make sure you're really putting pressure into the ball. Use your body weight. Well done. Now flex and point your toes. You might see a big difference between the toe you just released and the toe that you haven't done yet. Now let's swap over to the other foot and get them equal. Pushing the big toe into the ball. Onto the next toe. And the third toe. The fourth toe. And finally, your last toe. Really make sure to remember to push into the ball every single time. Now let's spread the toes and roll it across the intrinsics. Repeating with the toes stretched. Forward and back with the toes flexed and up. and repeat with the toes stretched. And go right round the foot, getting to any knots or tight muscles around that arch area. Last one with the toes stretched. And take the ball out, and hopefully now both feet are back even, nice and released. The next exercise requires your thermoband. We're going to do 20 reps of this anti-sickle exercise. Make sure when you do it, you're keeping your foot pointed and not flexing it. And keep the resistance on the band, don't let it go too loose. Let's give it a go. Really try and get the articulation of that foot going through your whole range of movement. This is helping us achieve the line of the foot that we want for our ballet class, our gymnastics, or whatever you might want to do, even if it's just strengthening your foot muscles. This is a really great exercise. Almost there, keep it up. Good job. Let's repeat the same on the other foot. You might find you have more range of motion on one foot than the other. That's completely normal. Maybe if you want, you could do a few additional reps on your weaker foot. Great job, everyone. You should feel a slight burn on the side of your foot. Great job. On to the next exercise. We're going to do some stretches. Let's go into a nice deep lunge. Try and get your back leg straight, engage your core, and don't let your ribs flare. Now we're going to go back and do this hamstring stretch. Keep a straight knee at the front. Now with 2 straight knees and square hips, we're going to hold an additional hamstring stretch to really loosen those muscles. Down onto one knee. If you're finding it difficult to balance, you can lean on something. Great job. Now we're going to slide into our splits. It's totally okay if you're not down yet, that's absolutely fine. What I want you to focus on is keeping your hips square. You can even put your arms like this if you're really wanting to reduce the twisting of your hips and shoulders. Really make sure to keep that front toe and back toe pointed. Keep thinking about those hips like two headlights facing forwards. For the last 20 seconds, we're going to do some arabesque lines with the arms, just so that we're starting to feel our arm line and our neck line, as well as feeling our shoulders square to the corner we're facing. Keep those shoulders down and square. Good job. We'll repeat all the same stretches on the other side. So back down into that deep lunge. Keep engaging your core and keeping your shoulders down. Sitting back into our hamstring stretch. Two straight knees, nice square hips, our additional hamstring stretch. And lastly, back down onto one knee, stretching out that quad. And remembering those square hips sliding down into a left leg split. Again, you can do the arms if you're flat down and really want to feel the opposition with those shoulders. Really try and feel the squareness of those hips as much as possible. And now, our arabesques. Really lengthen your line as much as possible. Good job. Shake out your legs. We're now going to do some box split stretches to loosen up those hips. So first we're going to start in a butterfly position. Just ease your way down, pushing those knees towards the floor. Put your body over your legs and we'll hold it here for 20 seconds. The aim is to try and get your tummy flat on your feet while keeping your knees glued to the floor. This is a really great stretch to increase your turnout. Great job. We're now going to try and do our box splits. So from a standing position, wiggle your feet down into a straight box split. Make sure your legs are in one flat line. We're going to hold it here for a minute. If you are flat down, you can start working on your feet, a little bit like the anti-sickle exercise we did at the beginning, but without the thermoband. Try and remember to keep engaging your knees, keeping them nice and straight even in this position. try and hold it for the full time even if you're not flat down. 3, 2, 1, and come out. Great job everyone. Shake out your legs. We're now going to move on to some core exercises. This first one is really good for engaging those small abdominal muscles. Make sure you maintain a neutral spine throughout this exercise, so a small gap underneath your back. You're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, draw your belly button into your backbone and lift your head. Lift towards your toes, your knees, the ceiling, back behind your head, and lower down. Repeat this movement 10 times. The next exercise we're going to do is for the obliques. So you're going to touch your elbow to the opposite knee 20 times. Still trying to come back to that neutral spine every single time. Breathe in. As you breathe out, you lift and touch the elbow to the knee. For our next core exercise, we're going to lift up and do 60 pulses with our hands, roughly about 40 seconds, still maintaining our neutral spine throughout. Try and keep your legs at a right angle. Keep drawing your belly button into your backbone, really engaging those smaller abdominal muscles. Keep breathing and try not bring the strain into your neck. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. You're going to repeat the same with straight legs, but for half the amount of time. So 30 pulses for 20 seconds. The lower your legs are, the harder this exercise will be. So if you want them up to the ceiling, that's absolutely fine. If you want it a bit tougher, have them closer to the floor, but still maintaining that neutral spine. Great job. We're now going to do 20 repetitions with flexing and pointing the feet. Swapping legs every single time. You should feel your core burning just a little bit now. Great job. Bring your knees into your chest and just relax. Rolling onto your tummy, stretch out those core muscles you just worked in this seal position. We're now going to stretch out our backs. So we're going to curve and bend 8 times. Really think about drawing your belly button right down to the floor, then your backbone right up to the ceiling. Go to your maximum every single time. Great job everyone. Really articulate the spine. Good job. The next exercise, we're going to ripple through the spine. Notice how my head is the last thing to go each way. So it's the last thing to come up into the seal position, and it's the last thing to come back down when we sit back onto our heels. Really try and ripple through each vertebrae of the spine in this exercise. This is warming up our backs for our classes. Great job. Now we're going to do a 20-second swan arch hold. Try and keep your knees and feet together throughout. Here we go. Three, 2, 1, come out. Sit back onto your heels and stretch out your back. Keep breathing. Good job. We're now going to do some back strengthening exercises. So you're going to bring your arms up to 5th position and back down to your sides for 20 repetitions. Engage your glutes, your hamstrings and your core. You should feel like you're drawing your belly button up off the floor throughout this exercise. Your feet should be in a turned out first position and beating together. The movement at the back does not have to be that big, only small pulses with the feet. Keep engaging your core and engaging those glutes. It's really important to keep your knees straight throughout this exercise, so make sure your knees are super locked. Great job, everyone. Just 5 more to go. Good job. Relax. Turning back to your front, let's do a quick hamstring stretch to stretch out those muscles that we just worked. Flex your feet and breathe into the stretch. Great job. We're now going to do some back arches. So if you would like, you can put your feet under something or have someone hold your feet for you. Sometimes I find this really helps me. And we're just going to do 20 slow lifts of the upper body. Make sure to engage the glutes, the hamstrings and the back muscles. Don't jerk the movement or arch the back too much. This is a strength exercise, not a stretch exercise. So even if you're just lifting off the floor, but you can feel your muscles engaging, that's what's important. This is going to help us for our arabesque balances and penchés when we get to our classes later. Almost there, just 3 more to go. Great job. Relax. Sit back onto your heels and hold the stretch for 20 seconds. Keep breathing, bringing oxygen to all those muscles you've just worked. And roll up. Well done. The next exercise we're going to do is some clams to really encourage that turnout. Lying on your side, you're going to lift your feet off the floor and then open and close the knees, really thinking about engaging that glute muscle. We're now going to be in the same position, but developate the leg to the side. Try and get that knee flat to the side as you do this exercise, straightening and bending with a lovely stretched and extended foot. Great job. Let's repeat the same on the other side. So the 10, opening and closing of the knees, and then the 10, bend and straighten développés. Great job guys, keep it up. Really well done. We're now going to stand up and do our last couple of exercises. If you have a ballet bar or something you can lean your leg on, that would be great. You're going to put your leg on the bar in a turned out front attitude position and lean over your leg. I love doing this stretch before every ballet class. I find it helps engage my turnout before I start. Try and keep your hips square, the bottom knee straight, and bring the knee right across so it's in line with your shoulders. Great job. Now go on to the other leg and repeat the same stretch. Really feel it stretching out your glute muscles that we've just worked. Great job everyone. On to our last couple of exercises. You're going to do single leg calf raises nice and slow on one foot for 60 seconds. What you've got to focus on is not bending that supporting knee as you go up. And make sure not to sickle your foot as you rise, as this is going to put you off your leg in your class. Try and keep your foot in one straight line as we rise in parallel. Here we go. 60 seconds, nice and slow. Try and reach your maximum every single time. And don't swing back onto your heel. Keep the weight in the ball of the foot. Almost there everyone. Great job. Repeat exactly the same on the other side. Great job. Now we're going to repeat the exact same exercise but in a turned out position. So turn the foot out into a first position and rise and lower just like we did before. And repeat on the other side. This is your final exercise, so give it all you've got. The last 10 seconds, everyone. Great job. Just to finish, we're going to stretch out those calf muscles we've just worked because we don't want them to get too tight for our class. So holding it back, keeping that back heel on the floor, and then bend the back knee, still keeping the heel on the floor. Good job. Onto the other leg. Extending and stretching out that calf muscle. And bend the back knee, keeping that heel firmly placed on the floor. Great job. Well done. And now you're ready for your class.
Guys, I really hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I hope you feel ready and engaged for your class. I hope those muscles are ready to go. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and click that subscribe button because I make videos like this all the time. Best of luck for your class. Dream big and make it happen.